Hello everyone, this is Grace. It is August the 11th, and today we're going to be talking about the count for the Pentecost. And let's go ahead and get into it. In the 14th day of the first month at even is the Lord's Passover. We only need this one verse, so let's go ahead and get started. I brought you to this verse because I wanted to talk to you about the word even. In the Bible, even is recognized as the part of the night where the sun has just set, but the remnants of the sun are still shining upon the earth. There's still light upon the earth. In the Bible, the word night it's speaking of the darkest hours of the night. The darkest hours of the night. Now, because they're both part of the night, they both can be used, but you don't see even used as night, but you'll sometimes see the word night used in place of the number for even. Because like I said, they're both part of the night, but it's just like midnight. It's just ways to recognize the hours of the night. So anyway, the reason why I wanted to talk to you about the word even is because I wanted to explain to you how I calculate the Feast of Pentecost and why I do it the way that I do. So the reason why is because I recognized is that if the sacrifices were done at even. See, the way that I used to do it was, say if it was the 31st and then the new moon started on that day, then it would be on that night, then it would be the 1st, okay? So, but if the new moon started that night and it became the 1st, and you continued the clock on around, when you came around to even of the next day, it would be the 2nd. You would lose a day, so you would not ever be able to do any sacrifices on the 1st of the month. So my logic took me to the understanding that the new month had to begin the next day after the new moon. And if you apply that logic across the board, then you have to recognize that the new month starts at the beginning of the next day. The new year starts at the beginning of the new moon, and the new season would be recognized at the beginning of the new year. Did I get that right? The season's recognized at the beginning of the year. The year is recognized at the beginning of the month, and the month is recognized at the beginning of the day. That's what I'm trying to say. So using that logic, we'll go ahead and continue. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When ye be come into the land which I give unto you, and shall reap the harvest thereof, then ye shall bring a sheaf of the first fruits of your harvest unto the priest. And he shall wave the sheaf before the Lord to be accepted for you. On the morrow after the Sabbath the priest shall wave it. And ye shall offer that day, when ye wave the sheaf, an he lamb without blemish of the first year, for a burnt offering unto the Lord. So we understand the wave sheaf already. The wave sheaf is the day after the Sabbath, after the Passover. So whatever Sabbath comes after the 14th on the Passover, whatever Sabbath it is during that week, because it's 7 days, then you will have your wave sheaf that following day. And that's where we begin our count from for the Feast of Weeks. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the wave sheaf of the wave offering. Okay, let's stop here. Now, we went over this in detail in the video, The Feast of the 5th Month. But just to briefly go over it, the count starts from the wave offering. And then from the day after the Sabbath, after you brought the wave offering, is the way that it reads. So the wave offering, you find the Sabbath after the wave offering, and then you find the day after that Sabbath. And that's where you begin this count from. It says 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. So you add a week. You add a week, and then you count 7 Sabbaths. And then that takes you to your next count. Even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall you number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Ye shall bring out of your habitations 2 wave loaves of 2 tenths deals. They shall be of fine flour. They shall be baking with leaven. They are the first fruits unto the Lord. Okay, we don't need to go that far. Okay, even unto the morrow after the 7th Sabbath shall ye number 50 days, and ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. Okay, there's a couple of things that I need to point out about this verse. This word unto does not belong here. It's not anywhere else in the Bible. The morrow here, it doesn't need, it doesn't require explanation. The words after, on, up to, this word right here is the actual, no, this word right here is on, from, after. This is the explanation for the word morrow. This is the word tomorrow. And then here is the explanation for it. Properly a part of, hence, from, or out of, in many senses, above, after, among, at, because of, by reason of, from, among, in, I guess that's supposed to be from, neither, from, nor, out of, over, since, from or out of, then, through, from, whither, or with. Or any one of those words, not necessarily from, but from was one of, oh no, okay, it should have been after, neither, among, nor, any of these words here that are giving us the definition. Okay. All right, so you have your, it's better for us to just look at the examples first so that you can see with your own eyes. And then we'll go back and look at the explanations. Okay, so we see the numbers for both of them are 4480 and 4283. And the number that's only on this verse here, in conjunction with these 2 words, is H5704. So we have on the morrow here, there's no H5704. On the morrow. On the morrow. On the morrow. On the morrow. Same thing, and on the morrow. We have the H5704 here, but it's a different word that's used for tomorrow. It's different. On the morrow. Unto you from the morrow. This is our verse here, 23:16. But it's just not, it's not used like that. And it's not used like that anywhere in the Bible in conjunction with that H5704. Let's see real quick. I don't think there's many more examples. No. Tomorrow. Oh, you know what I meant to do? Let's just type it in there and see. Hold on. H5704. So we see the morrow, the morrow, the morrow. Until the morrow is a different word. This is our verse here. It's just not in there. It's just not done. So when we see this word in here, you guys, I'm so much more skeptical of everything. I really am. So when I see this word in here, It cannot mean on the morrow. It cannot mean from the morrow. It must mean something different. It just has to. It's in the same sentence as this verse here. There's just a colon that separates it. So if it meant on the morrow or from the morrow, then it would have been written like this. There's just no doubt about it. This has to mean something else. And what I believe it means is and. I believe that the proper reading of this sentence is and after. This word can mean after. After. Now it can mean from, but I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's grammatically correct. From, after. Oh, let's look at the definition of this. I don't think I looked it up with you guys. Properly the same as far, as long, or as whether of space, even unto, during, while, until, or a degree, equally with, against, as, at, before, by that, even to, for, as much as, for, as, hitherto, how long, into, till, toward, until, when, while. So let's leave it as even until and read it first. Even it won't work with unto. Even until after the morrow, after the seventh Sabbath, shall ye number, and ye shall number 50 days. Let's read that all together. I'm just going to read it as and, because that's the way I liked it. And ye shall count unto you from the morrow after the Sabbath, from the day that ye brought the sheaf of the wave offering, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. And after the morrow, after the 7th Sabbath, shall ye number 50 days. And ye shall offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. So it can be until as well. That will work. Until after the morrow, after the 7th Sabbath, and ye shall number 50 days. So in this ye shall number is and ye shall count. It's the same number as up here. So you count an additional 50 days. And then you offer a new meat offering. Now, they've also put a little change here as far as offering a new meat offering. And the reason why I did it was because of this verse in Acts. I couldn't, no, not in Acts, in Numbers. Also in the day of the first fruits, when you bring a new meat offering unto the Lord, after your weeks be out, shall ye have an holy convocation. Ye shall do no servile work. Now this, in conjunction with the wording. If you look at the wording, then you have, up here, you have, on the morrow after the Sabbath, the priest shall wave it, and ye shall offer that day. And if we continue to read down here, it says, and ye shall proclaim, well, it gives you all the offerings. We'll read it real quick, and we'll just read the verses before. Then ye shall sacrifice 1 kid of the goats for a sin offering, and 2 lambs of the first year for a sacrifice of peace offering. And the priest shall wave them with the bread of the first fruits for a wave offering before the Lord with the 2 lambs. They shall be holy to the Lord for the priest. And ye shall proclaim on the selfsame day, that it may be an holy convocation unto you. Ye shall do no servile work therein. It shall be a statute forever in all your dwellings throughout your generations. So these are the only 2 that we really have to go by, because these are the only ones that don't give the date. So, wait, I think the Day of Atonement may not give the date. Hold on, let me read through this. I won't keep you guys here. Okay, so it does say on the 10th day of the 7th month, there should be a holy convocation. But the only ones that don't give the date is the wave sheaf and the Feast of Weeks. And there is a mention in both of these where it says specifically, and ye shall offer that day. And here it says, and you shall offer and you shall proclaim on that self same day. But when you do the count of 50, it says, and you shall count and you shall number 50 days. And then there's a semicolon, and then it says you offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. It doesn't use the same verbiage as it does up here where it says, and you shall offer that day. So it's saying you count 50 days and then you offer a new meat offering unto the Lord. So let's apply what we've done. Okay. So I've already introduced you all to the application that I'm using, Calendus. So let's first find the equinox, because that's going to be the beginning of the year. So now we have to find the next month, the beginning of the month, which is the new moon. And the first day after the beginning of the month is going to be the 13th. That is our first day of the year. So we count 14 days from there. Hold on. Let's see if I corrected this. I think I corrected everything, so we can bring this in. Okay. I'm clicking the wrong buttons here. I'm sorry, you guys. Give me a minute. All right. Okay, so the new moon is on the night of the 12th, so the first day of the month and the year would be on the 13th. So that's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So we have the Passover. We need the first Sabbath after the Passover, which is the first, and the day after that is going to be the wave sheaf. After the wave sheaf, we find the first Sabbath after the wave sheaf, and the day after that is going to be the start of our count for the Feast of Weeks. And I did consider if that was redundant information, making us find the Sabbath and then the day after the Sabbath. And I thought to myself, for clarity purposes, it had to be like that. We couldn't just count from this Sabbath 7 Sabbaths. It would have caused confusion. So I do think that this extra day was needed. And from here we count our 7 Sabbaths. I did consider that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So from this day, we, hold on, the Passover, after the wave sheaf, 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. And the day after that Sabbath, the day after, is 6/27 through the 28th. And we're going to start counting from the, let's go back, hold on. Okay, 7 Sabbaths, and you shall count from the day after the Sabbath, from the day that you brought the sheaf of the wave offering. 7 Sabbaths shall be complete. Okay, so if it's complete, it ends the following day. Even unto the morrow, and after the morrow, after the 7th Sabbath, then you count 50 days. So after the morrow after, which is going to be the 27th through the 28th, we begin our count on the 28th, and we number 50 days. So this is 1, 28th to 29th is 1, 29th to 30th is 2, that's 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. The 50th day begins on the 16th. It ends on the 17th. I'm going to try and get this Let's see if third time's a charm, you guys. This is my third time doing this video. Let's see if we can get it right this time. So the 50th day is going to be from the 16th, from August the 16th until August the 17th. The day after that, which we are going to actually do the celebration, is the 17th. So the Pentecost is actually going to be on August the 17th. It is going to be completed on the 18th. So it doesn't interfere with the 9th of Av people that believe that's something bad. It actually, it's kind of eerie. If you hear all of the rigmarole that's been going on about the 9th of Av. The 9th of Av, they say, is the 18th of August. And the Pentecost is going to be on the 17th. So the day after the Pentecost is when all of the bad stuff is supposed to happen. But then it's also the day when all of the good things are supposed to happen too. It's also the day when the people of God are blessed. It's the day after that, after these holy days, that you see the Spirit of God manifested many times. This is the Pentecost in Acts. And when the day of the Pentecost was fully come, when it was complete, they were all with one accord in one place, because they had celebrated Pentecost together. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them, and they were all filled with the Holy Ghost, and began to speak with other tongues as the Spirit gave them utterance. So, kind of eerie. Very little phases me, but I think it's interesting. Anyway, that is my study, and I guess I'll leave it at that, and I will see you all in the next video.